I'm trying to make this thing public. Kind of a slow connection here. I just have to use the mobile app. Finally loading up. Taking forever though. Okay, we're going to be live. Vega, Texas to Denton, Texas. Final leg. I'll run from here to the TA in Vega and from here to the TA and Denton, and then do a 10-hour break, and then get over to the receiver. When I go to the receiver, it will not be live. I will be recording the general for for more YouTube footage. Front and back are at 33.8. It's set at 34. Yes, yes. Yes. Brakes. Yes. It's going to be a little bit tighter getting out of here than normal. Shouldn't be impossible though. So I do have a truck parked illegally across the lane from me. Must have been probably a full lot when he got here. Had to do what he had to do. Got something going on the left side there. Reset my meter. Yeah, I did about 605 miles yesterday. Not bad. Morning, RG. Yeah, let's go to the receiver. Alright, so this stream I won't actually be going to the receiver itself, but I will be going to a nearby truck stop. And then after I do a 10-hour break, I'll PC over there. So I'm going to go right past, basically within a couple miles of the receiver, and then just press on to the TA truck stop. Hang out there, maybe run into John Farber or something at some point in time tonight, and go make my delivery. My appointment's at 3 a.m., but I know that receiver will take me, we'll let you check in at midnight. Morning, Jim, how you doing? So, should have just enough time where I can get a full 10-hour break in over there, and then get over there, get checked in, hopefully get a dock door right away, and get unloaded. I'll be a little bit busy, I guess, there. We'll be recording it for you guys, so you won't miss that. It'll just be recorded, so I can get both the interior and exterior views, the multicam views you guys see that I post sometimes. Dot line, it's a kind of a nice color scheme on that it's a Western Star. I like the color of blue, and then their graphics part of it kind of adds to it. It's nicely done. All right, get the mirror to this trailer. I do have. I think there is some kind of a leak on the trailer. Just don't know where it's at. There's always too much background noise. It's easiest for me to find it with an empty trailer. When I don't have the reefer running and I don't have other trucks nearby running and stuff, because sometimes the noise from nearby trucks drowns out the noise that could be coming from something that needs attention, but it's hard to find. Especially if it's not really that loud. Like if it's not that obvious. Or if I was in a quiet spot, I'd probably hear it more easily. So that's one of the troubles that we have here. It's pretty common for people to whine about, whoever dropped such and such trailer left me this problem or whatever. How do you know that problem was even there when the other driver had the trailer? Or if even one of our drivers even had it, because we have a lot of contractors on our trailers too, and they don't give a shit about our trailers. They don't care about making their money, and they aren't under any kind of a lease. They can go in a load with us. It's actually not taking long to build back, so it's not like it costs a lot. But I am starting to lose some air in my tractor. I'll have to figure that one out. It's when I get down with my 10-hour breaks, I've been noticing it's down at like 60 psi or whatever, just enough for my low pressure warning light comes on. But it's slow, so that's another one. Like if it's not audible, it's probably not an out of service condition, and then if I can't find it, I can check right. Lose more than 4 psi, and most of the time I do that check, I don't lose even 1 single pound, let alone 4. So that's not something that, if I don't fill that part and I don't have an audible leak, it's probably serviceable, and it's something that it can wait. It's a nuisance kind of problem, as I would call it. I saw that a lot with aircraft. I have a lot of problems on aircraft that were maybe nuisance problems that would maybe prevent the aircraft from being used for a certain kind of mission, but it's otherwise flyable. I don't know, Jim, I don't know if you see too much of that in the control tower, but yeah, we'd have some ones that were grounding and others that was just planted. It's annoying to deal with, but hey, fly the damn plane, it can still fly. Alright, so we get moving. Get that turned around. And we'll get out of here. Don't block me, U.S. Express. Tell me all you're doing is waiting on that guy to back. There's a guy over to my right who's backing, I think. I think that's the only reason he's doing what he's doing. Yeah, he's eyeballing the guy over there who's, wonderful. Alright, so that's what's going on. This guy's coming around the corner. There's another driver on the other side of him who's trying to back. Blue truck. So, that is what is holding us up right now. This U.S. Express's timing is impeccable as far as me trying to get out of here is concerned. I could possibly make it out of here like this, but I'd rather have that extra space available, knowing that, especially that U.S. Express is not going to be here very long. Right, now I got this guy trying to get in. There's another one trying to get in behind him. Straight, I'm never going to get out of that slot because there's always... And there's another one coming in. You gotta be kidding me. Come on, people are just... Alright, this guy's letting me out. Needs the extra width for that turn, clears tandems. Go slow because there could be someone coming from the fuel island, yeah. About a 40-mile trip across I-40, and then majority of this stream will be on US 287 southbound between Amarillo and Decatur, Texas. And from Decatur, we'll head across US 380. Take that all the way to I-35W. 35, whatever it is right there, I forget. Can't remember if it's north or south of where 35E and 35W meet up, because 35W meet up right there in Denton. I don't recall which side of that split or interchange the 380 comes into play. I do know that 380 is a little bit north of my receiver, not by much, maybe a couple miles. That traffic is a factor. There was that prime truck that already moved over. Get outside on our face for bit, though. That's the only thing that sucks here. But left. I think this is an old exit. I think they're just redoing the bridge. Morning, dear. Unfortunately, you're gonna have sun in our face for a bit. Really, it's going to be on this side of us the entire, almost the entire stream, but it'll be, I'm just kind of going to wait for it to get far enough up to not be a problem for both you guys and for me too. And then I'll change my status from driving to PC, now personal convey, which is an off-duty driving mode, to go from there to the truck stop, because I really am going for personal reasons then. And then because since I left the receiver for personal reasons, I go back to the receiver non-personal time. Helps give me a fresher 14-hour clock to work with on the next shift, doing it that way. Some people might question the legality of it, but I say it's you're allowed to PC from a customer to a receiver, to a truck stop. That, hey, I'm here. I've logged the time that I'm supposed to log getting here. Yeah, it's on. I'm no longer moving the truck for the company's use. I'm doing it for my own use. Yeah, here, 3836 Charlie. About a 360-mile trip from Vega, from the pilot Vega to the TA in Denton. This customer, I can actually go straight there if I want to, and then bed down right there in their staging area. But if I want to have, like, let's say food, drink, and restroom options available or whatever, that's why I wouldn't want to be parked there. I mean, I can, but why do that when there's a truck stop nearby that I can go to and then just come back when I get my 10-hour break in? Take a guess, I'll be there around 1400, 1430-ish, somewhere in that ballpark. Either way, I'll have a fresh clock to reload with. What happens from there. Could get something right there in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, or about that. And it was after the 12-hour point on the stream, so I don't think it got retained. Should probably do a story post on that experience. I'm not trying to mimic what Josh from This Guy Trucks is doing, but it's just ironic that him posting about the training that he had to kick off his truck is how his channel blew up. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just, I just trying to tell my own story of. We all got stories to tell, and hey, people come on here to hang out or hear my stories, and I look at more of a friends and family kind of channel. Friends and family that help inform and educate the. Hey, what's happening? Yeah, they do. Injuries are not helping either. Right? I mean, yeah, I'm good. I'm on a last leg here from Vega to Denton. How's that construction work going? Yep. Oh, it's good. What's that? So 24 pounds? Yeah, and then let's see. You said July. That's like 2 pounds a week. That's actually a good pace. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. So are you still doing what the? You were telling me you guys had kind of like a pecking order, I guess, in terms of who gets to pick what time. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, really? Oh. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Yeah. Yeah, I heard he had the rumor that he left JCT not because he had a problem with them, but because there was a certain individual. You and I both know their name. I just don't want to say it. Who he? Yeah, Brian. I guess he had a. Yeah, I guess there was some kind of issue. Yeah, and it sounded like there was, I don't know, some kind of a certain kind of picture. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And yeah, yeah, because I've got kind of the detail on that from other people, but yeah, hey, kind of try to mind my business too. Yeah, some, because I'm a nurse. Watch, I've been watching the numbers from our drivers, like drivers who have anniversaries, and the total number of drivers has been going down. It went down from like 550 or 555 with people who had at least a year with the company, down to like 525. But the average duration with the company's gone up a little bit. So I think it's more the 1 and 2 year people that are leaving than anything. But yeah, there were. I did notice there have been some people in the like 4+ years with the company group leaving as well. Yeah, and then there's something else. Someone, what's her name? It's a husband and wife couple who drive. They paid their truck off. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's her name. It's a. She was in the group. Once on a blue moon, I'd see her post, but yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Whoever it is, I'm thinking of. I noticed her name was no longer in in the anniversary thing, but her husband was. Interesting. I didn't know that. I want. Yeah, I wondered why she was no longer an admin in the group because she's no longer an admin. Then I noticed that because they made Jesse and Diane admins now. So yeah, I just noticed she was no longer an admin. I didn't. Yeah, I kind of wondered if she had left. Uh, yeah, I was wondering because there ain't no way she paid off the truck that she had with JCT because she upgraded from the one she had to I think 3819 or whatever that truck number was, and oh, okay. Well, I heard yeah, nothing on getting on her. I did hear she had kind of like a mommy Warbucks kind of thing going on. Oh, okay. some companies don't, well, they like don't qualify people because of it, and some people do. Ouch. Diabetic coma or whatever you call it. Yeah, that's. I don't know much about diabetes, but I know that like 5 or 600 is freaking up there. Okay, so there are people I talk to who have it, and they always talk about this some A1C level, which I guess is different. Yeah. Okay. So it sounds like it's kind of a small range that that number works with, because someone, because I stream a lot, and one of the guys on the stream said he's at like 5, which is I guess normal. Okay. Okay. Is that something you check on your regular intervals, or is that yeah? Oh, well, because cause I know you said that driving for us had an impact on your health. Yeah, correct. Yes. Damn. Yep. Oh yeah, it's at least a workout. Yeah, versus drinking soda probably or whatever when you're in a truck. Okay, that's not as bad. Yeah, I, that's part of the problem I have is because I like drinking ice cold water, but I also like Pepsi, and sometimes like I just want the taste of Pepsi. I don't necessarily need Pepsi. I just yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's like I keep a gallon of water right here next to me, and then I have kind of a Yeti kind of cup, whatever you want to. It's not a Yeti, but it's that kind of. Yeah, so I'll fill it up with ice at the truck stops, and then I'll fill it with water. Yeah, and then I'll kind of jump back and forth between drinking the water versus drinking soda. And if I can get off the soda completely, yeah. I mean, because already my weight's already been coming down a little bit, even without doing that. But I wouldn't mind getting back to I'd say when I was all heavily into jujitsu and all that. I was usually right around 200, 205 with it when I was into that, and I'm like 217 to 219 right now. Yeah. Yeah, see, when I was in the Air Force, they would always say that. I think about 195 was like an ideal weight for me, and but 6'3". Yeah, and cause I, what's up? Just my Synthroid, because I don't have a thyroid. Oh yeah, I've heard of fish oil being a real bit benefit. I think the omega-3 fatty acids that it has, or something like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, exposure to sun, your body will cause your body to synthesize vitamin D. Yeah. Oh yeah, especially if you're not wearing a hat or anything like that, you get a lot of. Yeah, same here. I used to wear hats when I was younger, but I'm not really into them now. You know what they say with that too? It's For one, a lot of it has to do with the fact you're using muscle groups that you're not used to using. So even if you are in good physical shape, if you're not used to doing that kind of activity and your muscles are being used in different ways than what you're used to, you'll still gas out at first until your body gets used to it. But you had a lot of knee problems before? Okay, I think I might remember you saying something along that line. Yeah. Oh my God, yeah. From all my years of wearing combat boots too, yeah, I don't know with the army, but Air Force, they give you like the freaking cheapest piece of shit boots that are contracted, whatever, and they suck. I was always having problems with plantar fasciitis or whatever else because of them. Yeah. So, 'cause I'd usually go to the BX and get those insole things that they'd sell. And even with those, I mean, because they helped, but I would still have problems with my feet every so often. And honestly, since I retired, I hardly ever have foot problems. I have had them, but 20, yeah, yeah. But I mean, even in trucking, I've had a few occasions where um, where I've had foot problems. But yeah, in fact, I had one like I don't know about a year or so ago where it was. Oh man, I think had problems for like a good couple of months before the pain finally went away. I was like limping for a while, and then it went away. And then it came back, and um, when it came back. Then I started taking just ibuprofen because I could tell that it was just inflammation. I have high uric acid, so I have to watch for gout. But the pain was coming in a spot where I wouldn't normally expect to see gout flare ups, and I think it might have been from cramping or something in the middle of the night when I'd sleep because I'd be fine one day and then I'd wake up the next day and I could feel a little bit of pain come on, and the next day I'd feel more, whatever. And I think it might have been from curling my feet downward when I'm sleeping. So, and the location of the pain felt a little more consistent with plantar fasciitis. In fact, that was Andy Higgins. He's always had problems with PF, and I would tell him about well, like this is what I'm feeling here and there, whatever, and he said, yeah, that definitely sounds like PF, and so he'd tell me get these Tinkerbell boots or whatever they call them, Peter Pan slippers, or whatever the hell those things are called. There's some kind of boot thing that it's one of those characters from that freaking cartoon. I don't remember if it's Peter Pan. I think they're called Peter Pan slippers or something. Okay, my wife had a pair of those for her own foot problems, and I tried. She put one on the first time I was having that problem, and
Oh my God, it was excruciating. Get this fucking thing off me. This thing is, oh my God, I was in a lot of, I was a lot of discomfort and pain just because of the damn boot. All right. You too, man. Bye bye.
Alright. Yeah, I was a buddy of mine who used to drive for us. He left. He had to get out of OTR trucking, and now he does local work. Well, he didn't have to get out. He wanted to for his health. Because yeah, he was having problems like his weight. Yeah, he was having problems with weight control and got diabetes and stuff. So just needed to get out of OTR and away from the lifestyle that was contributing to his health problems. So he does local work now, and yeah, it's actually a little bit more physical labor involved as well. And on top of that, no, it is still 50. That's what I thought. Sounds like he's going in the correct in the direction that he wants to be going, though, with his health, which is great. Yeah, he spent a number of years with us. He's a good guy. He and I are both Eagles fans, too. They got US 287 coming up here right out this next exit. Majority of this shift will be on 287. As mentioned, it's a 360-mile trip across total from Vega to Denton. And I've been about 40 now, so it'll be about 320 to go. Probably be a little bit around, I think just under 300 from here to Decatur. Decatur, Texas, where my next turn is going to be. That'll be on the US 380 eastbound. Alright, morning, Cody, Corey, whoever else I'm on. Oh, Terry, I think I saw you on there also earlier. Hope you all are having a good morning so far. Claude, Texas, 20 miles away. Childress, 106. There'll be a way station in Childress. Probably be closed, but you never know. Childress, the 1/3 of the way point across between Amarillo and Fort Worth. And then Wichita Falls will be the 2/3 point. And of course, down the final there, yeah, the final third will be between Wichita Falls and Denton. shard? Think you were farting in your sleep and all of a sudden you had some bonus stuff come out with it? I hope you have TA shower credits. Actually, it is a good question, and because I know you take sleeping pills, Corey. I mean, Cody. Is it possible the fact that you did take a sleeping pill had something to do with that happening? I still have 5/8 fuel remaining, so should be able to make it all the way there and still have fuel left over for to roll toward another load. So I thought I might possibly have to stop for fuel. I mean, I got to splash whatever to set myself up for the next load, but what I'm seeing right now does not look like I'd have to worry about that. Formula One imports. Ferrari and Lamborghini and something else. Let's say the South Carolina. I think it's the South Carolina license plate on that trailer. Cody, in the future, if you ever need a shower like that, say if you're at a TA, something else you can do is just hang around by the Ultra One kiosk, wait for another driver to show up who's needing a shower, and then ask them if they have any extra shower credits they give you, or they can tell if they can tell take their ticket up to the desk and tell them they need a team shower. Just remember when I don't know if you ever had to do that when you were on my truck, but like when we'd shower at truck stops when I had a trainee or a teammate, whatever, you would get one shower credit and use it, and then you go up to the fuel desk and tell them, can I get a team shower? And they would just punch it right up. Might save you a little bit next time. I've hooked up other drivers before, like, I had one, I got a pilot, I don't don't remember where I was at, but a guy who did not have shower credits because he usually got his fuel somewhere else and didn't have enough for. Didn't have any shower credits there at the pilot flying J I was at, and yeah, I'll hook you up. Don't worry about it. Actually, just last week, a week ago, I got my 34-hour reset. A couple of guys came up wanting the showers. I'm not even sure they were truck drivers. They said, the one came up, hey, do you have any extra shower credits I can use? And I said, yeah, I haven't showered in a week, and really, we could really go for one. And yeah, that's fine. I just pulled out my phone, pulled up the app, reserved the shower, and then told them what shower number and the code was, and off I went. And then they went and got the shower. You should just admit it, you're pansexual.
Hello. Hey, how you doing? Correct. Yeah, that's fine. Where do you want me to meet up with them? Okay, sounds good. Oh yeah, yeah, going well. Okay.
be somewhere here on 287. He's got to coordinate. I guess he got another set of eyes on it, and there's a driver picked up a load, I guess, at a center going to Los Lunas. Basically the same route I was on, a week or two ago. And they're running behind schedule on it. It's due tonight in Los Lunas. Let's see, 230, 250. Okay, so I can't get too far down this highway. In order to, if I want to have a chance of being able to get to Los Lunas on this ship, because it would have to be on this ship. So I think it was like midnight or something like that tonight. Across Qualcomm whenever it does happen, or whenever it's just finalized. Possibly even on this side of Childers, I don't know. I'm not sure where the other guy can reach. Getting into Claude, Texas now. We'll get more miles out of it, and then I'll end up having some deadhead miles to cover from Los Lunas to either Cactus or Amarillo. And then followed by loaded miles out of whichever those two places. So yeah, this will be a plus. State Route 207 right here. Claude, Texas. About 20 miles down US 287 from the Amarillo area. James, I don't know if you heard right before you messaged. I'm going to be swapping loads somewhere here on 286. Right lane closed, merge left. There, I got a faster truck behind me. I don't know if he knows that the lane's ending. Seems like he's going to stay behind me, but I don't really trust him. but probably slow down a little bit to give myself a little bit better, reaction distance, or ability to react, whatever. I can see over the hill, so that's. The line between not slowing down too much versus going too fast for the situation here.
Attention, a new important message has arrived. Message 1 of 8. Important received today at 7:11 a.m. OK Scott. Please go to the pilot in CH address. Other drivers on his way TH Air now. He is currently in Farmers for CH3. 1/2 hours out. Swap will happen to here. Additional info to follow.
Alright, so just like I thought, pilot and Childress is where I'm going to be swapping. That's also going to be my go-no-go point. I can't go past that if, or more than likely I can't go past that point if I want to have a good chance at making his delivery on time. Let's drop it back down a little bit again. Go flying across the other side of the, across the median or something. I call it patchy here. Spots here. Definitely got to back down on the speed a little bit to make sure I have ability to react. And like because he had his lights on, but the car behind him I could not see until later because they had their lights off. Of road work getting done. Give me a call. Got an update. I don't know if you heard the update, so give me a call and I'll give you the update. The other driver's about 2 hours out. I'm less than that. So if their ping is accurate, sometimes their pings actually are behind what the driver's actually doing. I've had times where they say the driver's like 250 miles away and they're really more like 220 or 2
Oh yeah. You? Hey, I don't know if you got onto the stream on time to hear what's going on. All right, cool. Yeah. Figured I'd let you know because I wasn't sure if you caught that part. What's that? Oh yeah. Yeah. Los Lunas. Yeah, and I figured the pilot and Childress would probably be my go no go point. Yeah, and then it sounds like the other drivers not too far behind when I'll be there. Like it sounds like I might be there first, but it doesn't sound like I'll have to wait extremely long if the other driver's punctual. You never know with these guys sometimes. Yeah. I assume that guy picked up in center because it sounds like it's the exact same route that I did just a couple weeks ago. Yeah. Par for the course with them. And no wonder Tyson loves us so much. Went around. Brian or somebody or Steve or who? Shelly? Oh yeah, yeah. It's been a while then, hasn't it? I said yeah. She's no longer here, from my understanding. What, over Los Lunas? Yeah, not technically. No, you can't. Yeah, there was a point in time where they allowed trucks there, from my understanding. Yeah, because the first time I ever went to Los Lunas, I remember I'd see trucks parked there, but I think someone had posted in the group a little more in more recent months saying that they no longer allow trucks to park there. Yeah, yeah. For me, I mean, I don't have a problem with parking in the street there, in the middle of the street there for a couple of hours or something, but I don't. Yeah. I mean, man, hey, I'll stay in my driver's seat and say, hey, I just got here a little bit early. My appointment time is at midnight. I can't check in until 2300. I might get there at like 10 o'clock tonight because oh, wait, no, my 14, I think, will expire before that in mountain time. So, in worst case, I spend a couple of extra hours sitting around. Yeah, and if it come down to it, I could always, go there and then if push came to shove, I'd go PC up to the casino and then come back down when it's time. All right, so who's It's kind of like with me watching cops give drivers tickets in Colton, and then everyone parks over there anyway until they get ticketed. They don't give out tickets to the drivers. They just what the or in Los Lunas or in Colton. Interesting. That explains, because when I was there not too long ago, they move over now so that white Volvo behind me knows what's going on in front of me. Oh, that guy's pulling out of the road too. All right, looks like he'll probably get up to speed okay. All right, yeah, I stopped there just briefly because I was only like, I don't know, about 5 minutes early before I could get in line and check in. And there were a couple of cops there, but it seemed like they were only looking at the Cedar England trucks with the Walmart trailers. There were like a couple of them parked over there, and it seemed like they were largely ignoring the other trucks that were parked. That's a, this guy passed me up earlier. I agree. I think it is a shitty way to do it. It's like, like, oh, okay. So they give them a little bit of latitude, and if they're not going to be there if they're not going to be there very long, they won't mess with them. But if they're going to be there, yeah. Well, then to be fair, they have signs posted saying no parking, so they shouldn't have to. But yeah, it's kind of like the Walmart DC in Ochalana, where they got the signs there also saying no parking, but let's see, should I be dropping in a 55 zone here? Because I'm in Clarendon now. Or no, it's good. No, I'm in Good Night, I think. Wait, 50, no, this is Clarendon. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm still in a 70 zone, but I'm coming into the 55 coming up. All right. Yeah, 'cause I heard was it you or someone else was telling me? I guess the Ochalata, the cops will come by and then they usually won't mess with you the first time, but if they come back in like an hour or two and still see you there, then they start writing tickets. That's true. Because you never know. The officer could be in a good mood or a shitty mood because some piece of shit they had to deal with before you. Yeah. That's funny you say that because there was a video I saw posted a while back. I think I saw it on Facebook originally, but I think I've also seen it on YouTube where it was a trucker. I want to say it was like a black long nose type of Pete or something like that. And I think he was bobtailing or was he bobtailing? I think back over to his trailer from his house or something like that. Or I forget the detail, but he got pulled over for I think the cop thought he ran a red light or whatever it was. He didn't actually run it, and he had dash cam proving that he didn't. But yeah, the officer came up like a fucking asshole. He and the guy went back and read did the check on his license info and all that kind of crap, and then he ends up coming back to the driver and hey, you know what? You're absolutely right. I am having a bad day. I had to deal with this or this person or whatever earlier, and I'm just still fuming over it. And yeah, you're right. I treated you like I treated you wrong because of it. Um, so you ended up letting them go. Right. I say, you sure about that? Yeah. Oh yeah. I'd say you know that. Do you remember when I got ticketed for bypassing a Boise City way station? Oh, you didn't see that one? Okay. Yeah, in December. I just talked about this a couple of days ago on one of my streams too, and yeah, if you go onto my channel, and back in December I posted this. It's like I was heading westbound because I didn't want to take US 54. I ended up going from Dodge City across through Boise City to I-25 in New Mexico. And when I went through Boise City, I was talking on the phone with Andy Higgins when I was coming into town there. I saw the way station sign east of 287, and it said it was open. I saw it said 2 miles away, and you can actually see me because I had both the interior and exterior cameras running at that time open. And then I get across over the top of 287, and you can see these 2 trucks coming off the southbound side of 287. Yeah, both getting onto the road, and I wasn't even driving when that happened. So I knew there was a Love's there at that spot because I think we switched seats there or something, but that was it. I had no idea what side of the road the way station was on, and I'm of course looking for signs saying that dash cam footage that I was doing like 50, and then I can see that the 35, and you can see the cop sitting there in the parking lot across the street from the way station long before, but I didn't notice there was a way station sign right above where I saw him. I mean, he was literally parked right underneath where the sign was. And so what am I looking at? I'm looking at the cop, not at the sign. Because I'm waiting for, okay, is he going to suddenly pull out and go chase after somebody or something? I don't know. Because I'm ready to do something and want to make sure. Driveway the other 2 trucks coming off 287, they went right into the way station, but they went into a left turn lane that I didn't had any way of some sort. And they go into there. There's not one damn sign in sight prior to that left turn pocket or left turn lane telling me that's the way station. Until I'm already past it, and then there's a sign saying way station turn left, and it was a green and white sign on top of that for the driveway that's really meant for traffic coming from the opposite direction. So yeah, I ended up beating this ticket because but the reason I brought this up is because the cop pulls me over as soon as I get bypass. And he pulls me over, got my attention, green and white sign. Okay. I didn't say anything then, but you can see in the video because I posted this video specifically to give to the lawyer, one of the driver legal whatever lawyers, and have them take it to court. And I ended up beating it because of that video. Because I showed them, hey, look, I'm doing that. First, why is this guy even talking about my speed when I'm not even speeding? And since when are mandatory instructions written on green and white signs? They are not. Mandatory instructions are on white signs with black writing or black signs with white writing. Green and white is only informational nature. I even pulled up the Oklahoma driver handbook and put it in the video. Look, your own freaking state's handbook says this is what a green and white sign is. This is what a black and white or white and black sign is. It's like, so if you want me to go in there, why isn't the sign white and black? Why, by this stupid logic, then every time I see an exit on the freeway, because it's green and white, means I have to get off the freeway. So, yeah, they dismissed the ticket. Yeah. I was talking to, what was that, Cody, I think, yesterday or day before about that same video. I'll have to send you guys the links to it to check it out. A little bit, yeah. I mean, at least I can see for several miles now, but I can see like a light fog layer up ahead. Said super. It's you're talking about earlier when I went through that other fog layer. Yeah, yeah, that was enough where I was dropping down to like 60 miles an hour, or even considered going a little bit lower. But I mean, I thought 60 was enough where I could still I could see far enough down the road and be able to stop before I got to that. Let's figure out who this driver is.
Message 25. Important received today at 7:21 a.m.
See if it's a truck number I recognize.
Children is making this exchange quickly and safe and getting more to NMS appealing. We got a shot of making OTD. Any problems or delays, contact me CT X2338 Steve L3725 J
3725. I've seen that truck before, I think. Wait, this say
Quentin 9
Jay Quinton or something. 3725. That truck number I've seen. I think it's a black Freightliner, but I don't know for sure. Because that's actually one number off from what Scotty D's old truck number was. 3726. I know Scotty's truck was a black Freightliner, and they decommissioned his. Did you? When I was at the mothership last time, I saw his truck sitting there in the post lease lot with basically his truck number was still on it, but it was debadged. Didn't have any of the JCT decals on it anymore. Yeah, and then Linda Bass saw it also prior to that. Oh yeah, you're Pete. So what was that number again? 3350 something or 80 something? 59. That's yeah. I don't think it's out here anymore. Cause once in a while I see the other Pete's out here. I just saw one of the. But yours was black. I forget. Too. I know of at least 2 other blue ones, but one of them. Let's see, what's his name? Joe or something. Or I swapped with him actually not too long ago, and I think last month in Amarillo or wherever it was. It was not your truck number though. It was some other one. 3340 or 3240. I forget something. Kind of a shame. So I don't know why they don't at least get some, at least exactly. If exactly like you're saying, if I was gonna edit a oh, the whole industry's going that way. Well, nope. There are plenty of companies out here new in 2014. They had, yeah. I told them don't even show me one single car that is that is an automatic. Says if you even try to show me one automatic, I'm gonna walk off your lot. I said that as a ground rule. You show me one single automatic, I'm leaving. And so he looks in the database. They have one manual that is brand new, and then they had another manual that was on their used lot. And everything else was automatic. And say, okay, well let's see this new one. See what you got to offer. I thought about shopping around, but like even going to the Toyota dealer to see what they had. Like, that's how Adam. Yeah, I'm not even fucking automatic. You what? I mean, I was kind of wonder how many people drive by, like, or let's say, especially when they're like SUVs or pickups or something, and they're stopped next to me at lights, and they see that I'm actually shifting. The car came in a stick. Yeah. I've only ever owned 2 automatics. One was a Toyota Tacoma pre-runner, and now Toyota Tacomas, some of them actually come in stick, but depends on the configuration you're getting. So I specifically wanted a pre-runner with a longer, the 6-foot bed. They don't have the auto. They don't have a stick shift in that version. If you get the 4x4, usually with the shorter, like the 5-foot bed, a lot of times those will come in stick. But I think all the pre-runners, particularly pre-runners with 6-foot beds, they only come in automatic. And like, well, that's the trim I wanted. That's the color I wanted, and so I had to make a concession on that one. And then my Nissan Armada that I had, that just wasn't an option, and that was the one type of SUV I was most interested in because I needed something that could hold at least 7 people, for my 5 kids plus myself and Dora. And so yeah, and that was one that looked like it was the most roomy or most well laid out for a family of 7. But the only option I had for that was automatic. Had they had a manual transmission available, I would have gone for it. Dream ever see an SUV with a manual transmission? Curious, especially something newer, but I'm sure older SUVs, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm willing to bet you're right. I don't, I can't think of any modern SUVs that even have the option of a manual transmission. And, James Ewing's still on the hunt for bacon. He lives in Springfield, Missouri. He's gone to every Walmart anywhere nearby. Cannot find bacon. I'm like, yeah, there are places other than Walmart. I'm sure you can find it at. Quit going to the stores where everybody shops. I mean, don't you guys got? I don't know what kind of grocery stores do they have in Springfield. I forget. It's like kind of like Safeway or Kroger or Piggly Wiggly or whatever. They have Kroger. Okay, so James, you need to go to Kroger, or if you have a Costco or Sam's Club membership, go to one of those and see if they have it there. Quit trying to get your shit at Walmart, where every Tom, Dick, and Harry wanting to save a buck is hanging out. This is a Save Mart. I think it's Lucky's, man. I haven't seen the Lucky's in a while. And they used to have well, Lucky's. They never really had in the Inland Empire much, but like in the L.A. Orange County area, I think they were more likely to be found. And even there, I'm not really sure they have them there anymore. Yeah, it's like my area. It's all Stater Brothers, Vaughn's, maybe some Albertsons here and there, and then oh yeah, we got food for less. Food Max. You said? I don't know what that is. Oh, okay. Yeah, and then there's also some. Yeah, there are also Wincos, or up in Pacific Northwest, the Wincos are called Cub Foods. Yeah, and in LA area, it's more like Albertsons and Ralph's, which I think Ralph's is part of Ralph's and Albertsons. I think are the same company. Maybe, yeah. I'm not really sure, but oh, and then I know they have a lot of Sprouts out there too in LA. Oh yeah, Safeway's another one that I used to see a lot more in in my part of California than, yeah, they're pretty much non-existent now where I'm at, but it sounds familiar. Uh, about 30 miles to go to Childress. Said 284. Damn. That's it to Denton? We're gonna be there earlier than you were telling me the other day then. Shit. Shit, 284, man. If I was taking this road all the way down there myself, it sounds like you would probably be there not much later than me. Because I was expecting, because what time I left this morning, I figured I'd probably be there around 1400, maybe 1430ish. So you got maybe 5 hours or so, if even that. Probably not even that. 4.5. So 30. Yeah, I'd be right around 2:30. You'd be getting around the same time that I would have been. We're in Memphis. What's that? Cyclone Central, yeah, passing by their Allen Fieldhouse Stadium right now. I can't remember. I can't believe you remember the name of this team here. It's like I knew this was Memphis as soon as they started coming into town, but yeah, I couldn't tell you that their team name was the Cyclones. And you think I have a crazy memory? Oh, so you ever take this route to Pauls Valley? Yeah, I've taken this way. Basically, when you come down 287 and right here in Memphis, this turn that's coming right up here in front of me with the traffic light. What's that state highway? You turn left right there, and you follow that road down to what's that U.S. highway that's north south, and go down just a short distance, and then you turn left to go east again onto U.S. 62. Oh yeah, Highway 256 is the one right here. Yeah, so this traffic light right here. You turn left right here. It'll dead end you into a north-south U.S. highway. You turn right there, and not even a mile, if I remember right. If I don't even think it's half a mile from there to where the next turn is to go east onto 62. Then you can take 62 pretty much all the way across to I forget what town it is, but a couple other highways you got to hit. I want to say like 84 or something, or I don't remember. I had to look at the map. It's a shorter mile route than taking 40 all the way to 35, but yeah, you get slowed down for some of that for more. Oh shit! I guess we'll have to cross paths another time because I would have gone for it, but I also had home time coming up, and I don't think it would have worked either way. Yeah, if I had the hours and like right now, I don't. Shit, I don't where you come up. Who told you that? Oh, Cody's the only one that to him, but I've heard because I know he's a former business owner, and from my understanding, he drives only for fun to do, just for pure fun. And he's like you; he doesn't want to run too many miles per week. But hey, everyone, to each their own, man. Everybody has their own needs, and kind of like you were saying there, because situation. Yeah. Yeah, like in fact, I put more thought into it. Mike, I don't think he'd be able to hire on with us anyway because he left the industry to do more just kind of because he's been in some like rock punk kind of bands, whatever, and he wanted to go back to North Carolina so he could have time to keep focusing on that aspect of his personal life, and so he left the industry, and he just texted me not too long ago, like a week ago, saying that he might be coming back out on the road, and he wanted to know about JCT. I'm like, well, here's the first problem: we don't have much freight going into North Carolina, and he lives way down there by um, what's that Marine Corps? I think it's Paris Island, or I think that's in North Carolina, isn't it? The one where everybody in the eastern U.S. goes to for Marine Corps boot camp. Yeah, it's or camp. There's some base. I don't remember. It's a Marine Corps base. I remember it's down that way. He's down way down there by there. So he's like freaking deep into North Carolina. So I told him, yeah, yeah. So I told him I don't know that you'd have an easy time getting home if you were to work with drive for us. And then on top of that, he doesn't have any recent OTR experience. He has OTR experience. It's just he hasn't driven in probably about 4 years. Or yeah, yeah. And I don't. Yeah, even though JCT only wants 6 months of experience, I think I think it has to be 6 months of recent OTR experience on top of it. I think a 4 year break or 3.5, 4, whatever it was, probably not going to work out. So you were still driving, and you went from over the road to local for a year and a half, and then went back to OTR, and they still made you train. What the hell? What company was that? Werner did that to you? Wow, that's. I mean, come on, a year and a half. That's not bad, especially when you were still in the trucking. That you were still driving the truck. So, well, driving cars. What the hell kind of work were you doing when you driving that? Oh, tow truck driver. Okay. Oh man, I think you and Cody could probably share some stories about that because Cody used to be a tow truck driver as well. And that Cody liked it a lot. There's a lot of variety because it's not just breakdowns, but a lot of accidents involved that you have to recover, right? Oh yeah, because the slope of your bed was too steep for them to get on without trashing up the front of their. Oh, you had the what? Oh, okay. Said wheel. Are you talking about the Go Jacks? What are wheel? Oh no, what am I? Because you were saying something about wheel lifts. What are wheel lifts? Yeah, and they have rollers on them, right? Or you? Okay, yeah, because I use jacks on aircraft. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. It almost looks like a forklift kind of thing that goes around it goes in on the front of the tire, and then um, once you have it far enough in, it rotates 90 degrees, right? Okay. And you said your truck did not have the wheel lifts? Oh, so if you have wheel lifts, I would have thought that'd be useful for those lowered vehicles. Yeah, I know Cody said, well, because while you're looking, Cody has talked about how one of the biggest problems he always had with that was, trying to, especially trying to hook up to somebody it's on the shoulder or something, and then assholes drive by at like high speed right next to you and have no care in the world for moving over or slowing down a lot. I think I'm about 15 miles out now from Childress, my swap point. This is that lake, whatever. I forget this town. I get the order of these towns mixed up, and I always sometimes forget the names of some of them. And then yeah, Esteline. That's what I was thinking of. Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out when I get it stopped. Damn, down at Bakersfield. I know, like 200 miles. What the? Why would they send you from Baker all the way down to Bakersfield when there are towing companies down there that can do that? Yeah, yeah. Hell no. I need to sleep first. I need to be at the start of a shift to do that. So, so it sounded like your biggest problem there was that you had a dispatcher who was an idiot and was too simple-minded to consider a lot of important details that really needed to be considered. Oh my God. That's, oh, come on. Oh, okay. Well, where it needs to be. Okay, you're good. So you can't roll it very fast or very far with them damn things, but at least to get out of the damn intersection. Oh my God. And then waste your time all every time that kind of shit happens, right? What a pain in the ass. Oh boy. Yeah. Damn. Huh. Yeah. Getting paid anyway. Yeah. I can imagine. Damn. All right. Yeah. I'm getting close to Childress anyway. So, all right, man. Have a good one. All right. Bye.
Alright guys, I'm getting close to Childress. Be my swap points. I'll be swapping loads with another driver who's running behind on a load. He got held up by the shipper. Basically the load I'm rescuing is going to Los Lunas, New Mexico. It's due tonight at midnight, I think they said. Swapping right here in Childress at the Pilot truck stop. Alright, way station on the west side of Childress coming up 2 miles away. you're not familiar with this place, if you're in a truck, there's a JCT right in front of me, by the way. He's turning in too. Okay, so you'll see the pilot right there, and you'll make the mistake of believing that you have to go down the street a little bit, and that there's there's a truck entrance on the other side, but there is not. You have to turn in. You have to turn in right here.
You have 5 hours and 40 minutes of remaining drive time.
Alright, Cody, to answer your question, no, I did not get a new car. I was talking about the one that I drive now, the Nissan Sentra. Bought it brand new back in 2014. I was talking about how when I bought that one, I gave this the salesman the same stipulation that I always gave every salesman when I'm at a dealership. If I know because usually I know what I'm looking for, or have an idea what I'm looking for when I show up at a place, and if it's not a manual, I'm not looking at it. I'm not even going to touch it. Except for in those 2 cases where I had the Tacoma, where the trim I wanted that's the only option I had for the particular trim. And for the Nissan Armada, which they don't come in manuals. Otherwise, yeah, I would have been buying manual. I have a text message. Oh, that was from John. Okay. Yeah, he was talking about the wheel lifts. I don't want to read about Victorville man accused of sexually abusing girl. Sick fucks. Let's see if there's anything else. Will Phillip Rivers or Baker Mayfield lead their teams to victory on Sunday? Swipe to see your expert picks. Alright, yeah, about a couple hours away from football time. Broncos and Patriots game postponed. Monday's game between the Broncos and Patriots has been moved again. Broncos and Pats will now have a Week 5 bye. Tennessee Titans closed their facility because a staff member tested positive for COVID-19. Titans are scheduled to host the Bills on Tuesday. Twitter notifications that I don't worry about right now. Steelers versus Eagles. Don't see that too often. Okay. I need to call this other driver up, let him know I'm here, and get an idea how far out he is. 3725 Juliet. That truck's been used a lot too. Let me double check. I want to say it's a black Freightliner. I know I've seen that truck before. Your team is the Steelers. Trucks. Let's see if they're come on. Come on, please. Yeah, it is a black Freightliner. Last time I saw that truck, it was a B, a Bravo. Interesting. Okay, so I don't think this driver's been with us that long, if that be the case. Pretty sure he's relatively newer to the company. Let me give him a call. Because the planner said he was about 2 hours out earlier, and when I was not too much below 2 hours out myself.
I think I was maybe an hour and a half out or something like that. Hey, how you doing? Is this Quinn? Hey, how you doing? This is Scott from JCT. Good. I just want to let you know I'm at the swap location. Just wanted to see if we can get an ETA from you. Pilot. Yeah, correct. You're familiar with this route? Okay. Okay. It's kind of on the west end of town. There's a Walmart. There'd be a traffic light. You're gonna turn left into the same, basically left, right where the Walmart is at. You'll see Pilot. You're gonna actually drive right past Pilot to the first light right after Pilot, and it'll be a left turn into there, and then go down that little driveway thing, and on the left side is the entrance. No, but it's in the basically that little. I'm not sure I'd call it a street. I would call it more like an alley that traffic light turns into. If you go down that alleyway, or whatever if you turn right, it'll go into Walmart's lot, and if you turn left, it'll come here into Pilot. Ouch. Okay, so maybe a little bit then. All right, so yeah, all right, yeah. It's the planner that said you were like 2 hours out earlier, so it sounds like a little further away. Okay, actually, yeah. Now I see. Yeah, because I was listening to the thing. It said I thought it said 2, but now I'm looking. It says 3.5 out. So okay, all right, no problem. Yeah, I figured I'd. Yeah, because they don't have shit for parking over at Los Lunas anyway. I figured I'd end up doing like a 8.2 or 7.3 um, to make most effective use of that anyway. Yeah. What time is your load due? Is it midnight, something like that? Drop? No, not in Los Lunas. Those are usually always live. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, those are. I'm kind of wondering if maybe they didn't schedule your delivery yet, because usually midnight I thought was kind of an odd time anyway. You're okay. Yeah, the planner told me it was a midnight delivery, which basically, yeah, 23:59 or 0001 usually means that it really is scheduled for that time. But if you see quadruple zero on there, it means it's usually that it's scheduled yet. Yeah, because I've seen your truck before, but it had a different letter on it last time. Assume you've not been with us that long. Oh yeah, and you have a J on there. I'm not surprised by that too much. 'Cause man, J, that's what's that? Oh, oh, okay. All right. So with those regen issues, I know sometimes the way the truck is configured, the way you have it configured, sometimes can affect that. Like you got to have the cruise control turned off, Jake brakes disarmed. So little things like that sometimes can affect that. But then, kind of what you're saying, it almost sounds like there's maybe a problem with differential pressure sensor or something. That's pretty common in that system. Hmm.
You have 5 hours and 30
Yeah, it would
seconds.
probably be good for you. I don't want anything to do with trading my truck in, but I can imagine. Yeah, if I was in your truck and I could actually tolerate auto shift, then yeah, I would absolutely probably do the same thing. Change out a wire harness. Like I used to be an aircraft mechanic. To me, if you have to keep changing out wiring harnesses, I start wondering why the hell the wire harnesses keep going bad. Something's causing them. Wow, wonderful. Yeah, hopefully newer truck will work out better for you. You're gonna go for one of the 2021 Freightliners then, or something, or okay, yeah. No, the like 450 kWs, and then this time around, I think it was 150, 175, something like that. Freightliners. Yeah, it varies sometimes. Like they had yeah, for a while they were getting nothing but Freightliners, and then the 2020 model year, it was all KWs. Yes and no. Uh, well, it just so happens I drive a Peterbilt. But yeah, but when Peterbilts get turned in, they don't. As far as I know, they don't get um, leased back out. Yeah, which sucks because I mean, yeah, and it's a 10 speed, and I hate auto shift. I've driven auto shift before. They drive me nuts. Oh, yeah. I mean, everyone has their own like what they like and don't like. Like for me, I don't know, maybe it's the OCD part, but I have certain things that like I don't want the thing trying to shift at times I don't think it should be shifting, or it takes too long to shift in a gear I think it should be in, or yeah, or more like as I used to be in a dedicated fleet, and I'd be a lot of times I'd either bobtail or have an empty trailer, or sometimes even have a heavy load. But we're in Colton. Um, Yeah, I would leave there with my load, and stupid truck would want to start out in fifth gear after I came to a dead stop at the end of the driveway. I'm like, what? A third is a little bit more doable, but then there were times where I'd be bobtailing from the terminal over around the corner um, through the DC, don't even have a trailer with me, and the stupid thing would want to drop all the way into first gear. And even when I had it in manual mode, and I tried to force it to stay in third gear, and I'd come to a complete stop. Oh no, that's still not right. You gotta go in first gear. No, I put it in third for a reason. I want it to stay in third. And coming down the Cajon Pass all the time with an empty trailer would drive me nuts, because every fucking trainee I ever had would always insist on having the damn truck in auto shift mode, which that's fine, but when you're coming down a 6% grade with an empty trailer and a 45 speed limit, what happens? Auto shift, it would be okay if it was not so juvenile in its development, I think. Because this thing would, automatically always want to be on the highest gear it can, and then by design, anytime it requires third Jake brakes to speed, it'll automatically shift into the lowest gear that it's allowed to be in at the speed that you're going. So go down the Cajon Pass at the 45 zone, everyone's doing like 45, 50. Okay, well, it can drop all the way down to ninth gear at that speed. Try being in the back trying to sleep and having the truck jerking back and forth between going down into ninth gear and having way too much Jake brake to upshifting back to 11th or 12th, and then constantly doing this back and forth. Like, what is, people, and they don't think about this. I would put it in manual mode and leave it in 11th gear, and then just let it alternate between second and third stage Jake. That's all it needed. Oh wow. Yeah, every once in a while I see one of those kind of trucks out here. Well, I remember. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I always get a kick out of that. And just imagine, what if they have an alignment problem with the truck while they're trying to do that? I could, yeah, I imagine I could figure it out, but because to me it'd be like, okay, if you're, let's say you have like a mountain bike or a road bike, where you have derailleurs on both the front and back sprockets. To me, it's kind of like that, but you got to figure out what the differences are in the gear ratios on each of the gears, and are there any of them that you can skip? Those are, so he never floated the gears. Do you, is it a double clutch or triple clutch in that case? Okay. Yeah, it'd be interesting to watch a little bit more. Yeah, that's true, because I have seen like a video or two of people driving those trucks with the double sticks, or even back in the earlier days, even had triple stick. But yeah, you're right. I never noticed if they never have the feet visible, so you can't see what they're doing down there. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Huh. Yeah, you're right. Like, okay, I know how to one because the manufacturer recommends it, and then two, to me, it's you've shot guns before, right? Okay, so you know the difference between, like, say, a 4 pound trigger pull versus a 2 pound trigger pull. To me, it's kind of like the same thing there, where if I'm floating the gears, it's a certain amount of pull required to get it out of one gear and into the next. And if I double clutch, it's a much lighter pull required to get it in and out of gear. So it's not like I don't know how to float. I don't have a need to not float. So I mean yeah. Man, you're you're evidently not a short guy then. Oh wow, 4'9". Okay, yeah, you're closer to my height. I'm 6'3". Yeah, and I can relate to your problems getting into that too, because my wife's 5'2", and she always has the seat pretty far up, and she likes having the seat back up a lot more upright too, and I like it back a little bit, and I have to. Yep, that's true. That's absolutely true. Yeah, for me, when I'm trying to get in, my feet in. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, 'cause my car is also a stick shift, and I always talk about how when I go to dealerships, like, I'll tell them, don't even show me a automatic, or I'll walk off your lot. There are companies out here that still do buy at least a few manuals. They may not. And most of the time, they'll still buy auto shift, from my understand. But certain companies, I've heard, even I think it was Crete even buys a small number of auto shift manuals. Oh, okay, yeah. Toyota Tacoma is actually the 4x4 version, shorter bed Tacomas. You can actually get in manual. Yeah, yeah, because I stream a lot on YouTube, and I was just talking this morning too about that exact thing. I used to have a Toyota Tacoma pre-runner, and that was one of the only vehicles I've ever owned that was not a manual. And the only reason I got that truck in automatic is because the particular trim of Tacoma that I wanted, which was a pre-runner with the 6-foot bed, I could not get in. I could not get in manual, but you could. But I figured out that you can get the 4x4 version with the 5-foot bed, and among others, a couple of other trims that you could actually get with the manual. Yeah, that'd be damn. That's a lot. Yeah, I'd yeah. To me, auto shift automatic also takes the fun out of it. That okay, millennial theft proof, or or best defense against distracted driving because you got to have both your hands in use more. Yeah, yeah. Which yeah, well, usually the forward gears are not the problem, but figuring out where the reverse gear is at can be the real problem. Yeah, and it's funny because, like you're saying, there, most cars I've seen that are manuals, with the reverse is either the same position as fifth or the same position as first. And then, like mine, it's the same position as first. And like you're saying, there's a little lever on my shifter that I have to pull up on to get it over to first. And then I had a friend who I've driven his VW Beetle before, and I remember you have to actually push the entire shifter down, if I remember right, like down into some little spring-loaded socket thing, whatever, and then over to I forget what position it was to get it into reverse. Oh my God. How am I supposed to hold my phone if I have to shift gears? Yeah. If we see enough out here, I'm pretty sure he was serious. Yeah. Oh man. Ah, yeah, I've been good, I guess. Hey, and I'm gonna run inside, use the restroom, all that. But yeah, when you get here, so you're not. You said you're not familiar with this pilot, right? Okay, so when you first get into the lot, because like I said, you'll turn left instead of right to go from here instead of Walmart. And when you get into the lot, there's going to be some slanted spots right there on your left side while you're coming up toward the fuel island. I'm in the very last regular slanted spot before you get to the reserve spots. Oh, I wouldn't even worry about the reefer unit. I can take care of that. I usually like to fill up the reefer unit like on the very last place possible before delivering. Anyway, that way I don't have to worry about filling it on my way when I deadhead to like with that load. I'll have to deadhead to either Cactus or Amarillo for a reload, and either case it's gonna be a drop hook. So I like having it as full as I can when I'm done delivering. All right, cool. See you.
Okay, he's still about 100 miles out. I misunderstood what the Qualcomm actually said earlier. I thought it said he was 2 hours out, but he was really 3.5 out, from what the message said. He says he's about 100 miles out right now, so it'll be a couple more hours before he gets here. I'll probably turn this into possibly an 8-2 split type of situation. Allows my 14-hour clock to run later today as well so I can kind of possibly take a little bit more time getting there and still have clock to work with. I need to be there. I think he said it's a midnight delivery in Los Lunas, so I'll want to be checking in there around 2300 tonight. And since I started my shift about 7 a.m. Mountain Time, that means my 14 ends at 2100, which is about 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours too early, and they don't have parking available, at least not legal parking available in the Los Lunas area. Usually trucks will park right there in the center turn lane, right there on the street leading up to Walmart, but it's not technically legal, and sometimes cops will go there and ticket drivers. So if I do hang out there, I don't want it to be for longer than necessary. Like maybe, all right, I don't mind sitting there for about maybe an hour or something like that, waiting for the time when I can go onto their lot and check in. I keep seeing these racing related earlier, remember I had that pickup with the trailer further up here on 287. It was like a toy hauler type of trailer, and they had like Ferrari, Lamborghini, and some other logo on it. I didn't quite get a good enough look at. That was looked like it was motorsports related. What their the company name or whatever it was on the side of the trailer. So there's something along that line going on in the area. Let me go down down in Dallas, or who knows, or on the way somewhere else. Maybe they're just coming from somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it'll be a couple hours. Probably kick back here, maybe get me a little quick nap or something in the street. Another start there. Did right about just shy of 150 miles to get here, so it'd be another 150ish to get back to Vega. 435 after that, so we'll say 185. That put me about 335 by the time I get to the New Mexico line, 340ish. And then I have 215 miles of the New Mexico to do on I-40. I think this guy came into the wrong line. Yeah. Pretty sure that guy came into the wrong line. Alright, anyway, yeah, 215 plus, what, 340, it's 560, 555, and another 20 to 25 after that, so it'll be a little bit less than a 600-mile shift, but it's more than a 360 I was planning on doing today, so can't complain about that. So, yeah, we'll just wait a couple hours. I'll be back online whenever we're doing the swap. And I'll get a new stream up, and we'll run from here back to New Mexico. All right. So we'll see you guys then. Thanks for hanging out, watching. We'll see you guys a couple hours.